joined by Hunter Garvin out there in Iowa. You got your West High shirt on. You got your big game hat on. Man, you guys, you've had a lot of people that have poured into you over the years, and now you're at a really important point in your career. Um, before we get into your commitment, which I know a lot of people are really excited about, Hunter, I mean, just explain a little bit about kind of where you've come from and some of the people that have helped you get to this point.
Well, always first things, all the glory to God. I give it to Him. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've been blessed with, people in my life, throughout this process. I mean, the different coaches that I've been able to meet and programs that I've been able to visit and meet as well. Definitely without Big Game, without Iowa City West, without my parents, without the great coaches that I have all around, and love and support, I definitely would not be here talking with you about this probably. And, my life would definitely be a lot different. So I'd say, and like a lot of my mentors who have, kept me on the right path with, life, social life, wrestling, spiritual life, my mental state, physical in every way. And without all my supporters, I definitely wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's really cool. And you're a pioneer for that big game program and part of a big tradition at Iowa City West. It's really cool to see. But listen, people are excited to find out the next step for you. I want to hear more about the recruiting process, but first, let's get to it. Big decision. Where have you decided to spend the next chapter of your wrestling career?
Yeah, I'll do what my buddies did now. Got a little sweatshirt here that I'll strap on.
Oh, here we go. A lot of suspense. Moment of truth coming right up.
Here we go. I'm pumped to announce that I will be attending Stanford University, and that's pretty excited to be a part of their family. They're be a part of what they got going on. Brand new coaching staff. A great group of guys. Beautiful scenery as well. Academics are amazing, and the opportunities down there are beyond imagination almost.
It's incredible. Yeah, congratulations. That's super exciting. And I mean, big step for you, big for the Stanford program. What were the parts of the recruiting process that really put Stanford over the top for you?
Well, they have some of the best They have the best academics, I believe, in all schools, and it was really cool I applied and got accepted, and so it was really cool to. Their acceptance rate's I think less than 5%, so it was really cool to get accepted there and be able to have that opportunity in the first place to get have a Stanford be interested in me and stuff like that. And Rob Cole was a really got me hooked right away. At first, I was really interested in Cornell when he was there, because he was one of the first guys that talked to me on January 15th or my sophomore summer when coaches could talk to us. He was one of the first guys that called me, had great conversation, and he had me hooked on Cornell then. And then that whole thing went on, and then I was one of the first guys he called when he got the job at Stanford. And that was pretty exciting to hear. And so I went out for my mom went out for a visit. Just absolutely loved it. I mean, it was amazing. California's beautiful. Palo Alto is one of the greatest places to visit, and I was just blown away. Me and my mom were both blown away by the tour, by the facilities, by the obviously the academics, by everything that they had to offer. And it was just I wasn't able to say no.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing, and it's really crazy to think about some of the twists and turns now, knowing that you were, you were having those conversations with Rob Cole. What was the process like for you when two things are going on at the same time? One, I mean, Stanford for a while, it did not appear was going to have a program. And then two, when Coach Cole moved from Cornell to Stanford, that was just some twists and turns. What do you remember from finding out, oh man, Stanford's in trouble? And then what do you remember from finding out, okay, wow, now Coach Cole is taking this new opportunity?
Well, um, I was like, yeah, I was pretty talkative with Rob Cole when he was at Cornell, and I kind of just out of nowhere stopped, and it was like, oh, well, that stinks, you know. But I didn't think a whole lot of it because I'm like, all right, you know, stuff's gonna happen like that. People are gonna come and go, and so I moved on from that. You know, we were I was about my I don't know how long. I was a while ago, but it wasn't. It was a while ago to where like I wasn't like super duper thinking about college stuff like that, and letting it kind of sink or like just wouldn't let myself focus on that, and so I didn't really think much of it. And then I was like, then as it kind of went on last summer, I was like, all right, you know, we're kind of starting to whittle it or like focus on who wants who's interested, who's not, and then I remember it was on my way to we have a wrestling camp here every year called Man Camp. I went home for a little bit, get clothes or something like that, and then it was on my way here, and I got a call from Rob Cole, and I was like, "What's going on? What's this?" And I answered, and he's like, "Hey Hunter, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I haven't been able to talk to you much lately," and it was about a solid like few months because that whole thing went on for a while. And he was like, "Hey, you know, I've been able to talk to you." I'm like, "Yeah." I understand all that stuff. He's like, "Yeah, I got the job at Stanford, and we're making all that stuff happen and stuff like that. And you know, I want you here on this program. You know, you're one of the first guys I'm calling. It's like I want you here on this program, and you know, oh, it's like I want you here. You know, really interested in you, um, and such." You know, awesome to get that phone call. I was like, "Wow, that's crazy, man." Um, and then ever since then, it's kind of slowly rolled into. I was talking to Enoch and uh, Vincenzo Joseph, Enoch Francois. I think that's how I pronounce his last name. I don't know how.
Yeah, he and I were teammates. You got it right. Yeah,
Really? Oh, shoot,
yeah,
small world. But
yeah.
yeah, they got a hold of me and was like, "Hey, come for a visit, come for a visit." And at first, I mean, I'll be honest, I was not. I was like, "Oh, Stanford, whatever." I mean, I never thought of it like um, anything, and then went on the visit. Best thing in the world for me, and it was changed. Like I don't know, it made me really like, wow, this is crazy. Like I never would have expected this. Didn't see this coming at all, and just fell in love with it instantly. And here we are today, rep
That's awesome.
Stanford.
So you're going to be part of really Rob Cole's first full recruiting class coming in to Stanford. What does it mean to be part of not only the tradition at Stanford, but part of a new tradition that's kind of gonna be instrumental in the future?
I was really pumped up. I mean, that's one thing that was a huge factor. When I was thinking about it, because as of right now, like they don't have a lot of guys because the year before when they got canceled, a lot of guys left and whatnot. Um, a lot of guys transferred out, and I was like, you know, the guys that stayed there were I was able to see a few of them. They're awesome guys. I mean, I talk with one of them. I'm I talk with one of them here and there, and they made the visit so fun and made my image of a college experience something that I wouldn't want to be without at Stanford, and it was different from all the rest, which which made it just stick out and was awesome and what I really loved. And that's one thing that's always been on my mind was that I was going to be a part of Rob Cole and crew's first batch of guys, and it was really cool to be like or to know that I was one of the first guys that was one of those top guys that he wanted on his team, that he wanted to create or that he wanted to create his program out of. And that Shane Griffin essentially saved the program, and I want to be a part of that. I want to do huge things there, and I want to not just be a part of the saving the program, but give people a reason to go to the meets, give people a reason to tune in, give people a reason to follow Stanford, because I want to help build a huge team of just hammers and be able to make noise at Stanford and just be a part of that family and change the program with what I can do.
That's awesome, man. Super excited to follow you as you start your career at Stanford and as you finish your career in high school. Man, this is big stuff. Really excited for you. Before we wrap it up, do you have anything else, Hunter, that you want to let the people know?
I mean, go trees. Go trees. And
Awesome.
also, just I can never thank enough, my mom, my dad, my coaches, Dylan Carew, Nate Moore, Matt Lepic, Ty Carew, JB, all of them, Jesse, all of them. I mean, without them, like I said, I wouldn't be where I am today. Without Zach Cub, I wouldn't be in a great place here as I am right now. I mean, um, without my close friends, all and without my great faith, I believe I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am right now. And so, you know, thank all them, thank God, and go Stanford.